Hello everybody. As you guys can see, I have a watch with me, as well as my bare feet, and of course a bald head. So if you want to grab your things, make sure you're ready to do some yoga. We're going to do it fight gone bad style. Keep a running clock, 1 minute each position. Let's do it together. Starting with the plank. Now, what am I thinking of when I'm doing a plank? Well, I have a pretty straight line from my ankles through my hips to my shoulders. My upper back may be rounded out a bit so that I can have that strong gymnastic hollow position. From there, I want you guys to just focus on your breath, and on every out breath, really squeeze your core and your abs. So I'm going to let you focus on that. Bear down and squeeze. It's a 1 minute hold. From here, we're going to come down with our hips, point our toes, push up into our shoulders, and we are in upward dog. Now, upward dog is going to have some carryover to your ring support position, that top position of your muscle up or your ring dip. You can see again, my shoulders are pressed down, my neck is long, and of course, because my hips have dropped, I get to stretch out my abs as well as my hip flexors. Now, right now, my knees are hovering off the ground. Your knees might be down. As long as you're getting long through your body and getting a good stretch out of that, I'm happy. You also have some options in terms of stretching your neck, pressing through, keeping your shoulders low. Breathe. From here, you're going to get your toes pointed again, and now we're going in to downward dog. Now, what am I thinking about in downward dog? Well, I want my heels to get as close to the floor as possible. They may or may not make contact. I'm pressing through my shoulders, trying to get my chest close to my toes, and finally trying to get my sit bones toward the sky. From there, as I breathe in, I kind of loosen up through my body. As I breathe out, I'm able to go deeper and deeper into the position. Now breathe. It's 1 minute. Each move, each position. So just breathe. From here, bring your right leg up. You want your knee over your heel. Your back heel is up. Your back leg is as straight as you can get it. I want your torso to be upright, perpendicular to the floor, and I want you to reach up overhead. Your biceps should be next to your ears, and this may remind you of your split snatch or your split jerk position. Of course, your feet are considerably farther apart than in your split jerk position, but you are stretching out your hip flexor, you're extending your back, and keeping your arms high in that overhead position. Now with your arms overhead, you might lose feeling in your fingers. That's okay. Come down, shake it out. Again, focusing on getting low while also keeping that back leg straight. Now breathe. Alright, come on down. We're going to switch feet. Now your left leg is in front and your right leg is back. Again, same principles apply. Knee over heel, back heel is up, body is as perpendicular as you can get it to the floor, and you are reaching up overhead. Now breathe for 1 minute. right, next position. Bring your feet together. We're going to take a big swan dive down and in to a forward fold. More or less, this is a resting position, but you are getting a nice bonus little hamstring stretch, going as deep as you like, letting gravity do the work. See if you can get your knees, your shins, your feet, or even the floor. Remember to keep your head relaxed and look at your knees to let your head dangle. Hold this position and breathe. Coming out of forward fold, we're now going to do warrior three. So get your balance on one foot, let your left leg drop back. You're hoping for a straight left leg, and it should be parallel to the floor with your foot flexed as if you're standing on the wall behind you. Now your body is also parallel to the floor, as are your arms as they reach out overhead. Another option is to put your arms out to the side like you're an airplane, or you can put your arms behind you like you're just floating in the air. Again, you can see a neutral head here, so looking down at the ground so that your head is neutral, and you hold and you breathe. Coming out of that side, now we're going to switch sides, be standing on our left leg with our right leg dropping back. Same principles apply. Also, I want you guys to focus on keeping your pelvis facing the floor as well, not letting your pelvis open up to be facing the wall beside you. Rather, your pelvis is facing down directly towards the ground. Coming out of warrior three on that side, we're now going to go into a front flag position. By now your legs are probably feeling it. What I want you to do is stand on your left foot, lift your right leg into the air, flexing your toe towards your shin, and getting that leg, straight leg, as high up towards the ceiling as you can. You're going to feel this in your quadricep as well as your hip flexors. Now on that leg that's standing, I want you to squeeze your butt and make sure you're standing up straight. Don't lean back, don't lean forward. You are reaching overhead for an overhead position. It's okay if your leg begins to sink as you go. You'll notice too, every time I breathe out, I try to get my leg a little bit higher. Feel free to shake it out a little bit and get right back in the game. You have 60 seconds to play. Now breathe. All right, that's all for one side. Let's do the other. And we're up. Again, I need you guys to focus. Squeeze the butt cheek of that leg that's standing. And the leg that's being lifted, you are lifting it as high as you possibly can. You're going to feel this one. Alright, that's all for that leg. Now, by now, I would say that you understand that yoga is not easy. Your legs are on fire, so let's take 1 minute of rest. So during this 1 minute, feel free to move around, kick it out. Stay loose. You're already plenty warm, so just enjoy this break. Now's a good time to get some water if you are so inclined. Alright, we are back in the game. Go ahead and get into a low squat. Shift over to one side. Feel free to use your hand for balance. We are in the bottom position of a pistol, using our hand to bind our toe, those first 2 fingers, and just sitting low, keeping our balance, and hanging out. 60 seconds, just hold and breathe. Alright, one leg is finished. Let's do the other one. Now again, if you want to stay in that farther back position and use your hand for balance, I'm okay with that. This is pretty extreme knee and ankle and hip closure. So if you don't have the range of motion, the mobility to get in that position, don't worry about it. Sit back, use your hand for balance, and still bind your toe. You'll still get a nice little hamstring stretch out of the deal. 1 minute, just hold and breathe. You may also notice one side is easier than the other in your body. Everybody has slight imbalances. That's normal as well. That's it for that leg. Now we're up. We're going to do a toe bind while standing. Now very similar to the flag position earlier, the standing leg. You need to focus and squeeze your butt, spreading the toes of the foot that's standing to have a nice wide base. As you get your leg straight, your heel is going to be going up towards the sky as your bound toes are being pulled towards your shin. You can use your free hand for balance. Now the hand that is binding the toes, if you're just relying on the strength of squeezing your toe, you might fail. What you need to do is with that leg that's raised, use your hip flexor muscles to ease the job of that hand that's binding the toes. Now that's a balance move. Do your best. And remember to breathe. Very nice. Other leg. Again, focusing on keeping your torso totally upright. And what's going to help with that is squeezing the butt cheek of that leg that's standing. And hold for 1 minute. You may lose balance, that's okay. Just come back and get as much time of that 60 seconds as you can. And come on out. We're going to go down into Warrior 2 now, so I want you to take a step all the way back. From here, put your heel down, and your foot's going to be pointing directly to the side, so that if you had a line from heel to heel, the toes of your back foot would be pointing away at a 90-degree angle. From there, you want your front knee over your heel. Back leg is straight. You're going as low as you can with a vertical torso, and you want your arms to be parallel to the floor. From there, sink as deeply as you can. You're going to feel a stretch, especially in the hip flexor of that back leg. From here, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can reach down for the ground and do a 90-degree pose. See, my right arm is in line with my shin. As I reach up high with my left hand, my chest is open. I'm going deep into that right leg. Alright, come on out of there. That's it for the right leg. Let's switch to the left. First, find that lunge position. Knee over ankle. Open up that back foot to a 90-degree angle. Get your torso perpendicular to the ground and your arms parallel, and you are holding for 1 minute. Now there can be a tendency here for the front knee to dip into the ground. You're going to have to use your butt muscles and your hip muscles to pull that leg wide and keep your knee over your heel. From there, again, if you would like more of a challenge, reach down for the ground and reach up to the sky. This is quite akin to your all fours thoracic rotation, opening up your upper back. Finish with that leg. Okay, your legs are on fire, I know. So take 60 seconds, 1 minute, and kick that out. Get loose. We have 4 more poses, 4 more minutes of active yoga action. So kick it out, get your mind right, and breathe. Alright, we are hitting the deck. We're going into side plank. I'm going to show you a couple of different variations. One, you can see here, both of my feet are on the ground. I can use my adductors of my left leg to push into the ground as well, easing the job a little bit of my right leg. Now I'm pulling my left leg up. It's about parallel to the ground, adding to the challenge. Now going a little bit higher with that left leg, even more challenge. Now if you want a little balance challenge, you can pull that leg behind you and go for a little quad stretch while in a side plank. Alternatively, you can get your balance and go for the toe bind. This is the A material, folks. Now I want you to be better than me and get that hip higher as you hold that toe bind if you went for it. Now that's enough on that side. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Again, the same variations occur on this side as well. You guys know the drill, so choose your variation and try to hold for the full 60 seconds. Remember to breathe. Alright, that's all for that side. I know we are on fire, but we're going to keep going. We're doing chair pose. So for this, I would like your heels under your sit bones, and you're going to sit down as low as you can, achieving what will most likely be about a 90-degree angle in your knees, as well as in your hips. From there, I want you to reach as high as you can, keeping a strong back, just like you're getting ready to do a squat or a deadlift, anything where you would be bearing load. I want that neutral spine and also neutral head. That's 30 seconds. I'm going to switch my angle, but you keep holding if you can. Keep it up. Try to keep your weight on your heels and breathe. Alright, that is all for chair. We are into our last move. We're going into crow. Now if you are not comfortable doing this, you can keep your feet on the ground and just focus on putting a little bit more of your body weight into your hands. Otherwise, lift those legs up and go into crow. Now, right now I have my knees kind of hugging my elbows. Another option here is to get your knees all the way up into your armpits. Totally up to you. Both require some hand balancing skills and a strong core. All right, keep it up. We're almost there. Remember to breathe. And we are coming out of crow. That is all for our active poses. I want you guys to take 3 minutes to just do some corpse pose shavasana. Nice job, everybody. From here on out, I'm going to stop talking and let you enjoy the silence. Good job, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Well done.